as you are witnessing, there is a quasi war that is going on between India and Pakistan. That means both the countries have not formally declared a war. Now, when it comes to the formal declaration of war, it's a long procedure involving the president, the cabinet, as well as the parliament. That means if one has to declare war in this country, it has to be a long process. First, let's understand what is a quasi war. A quasi war is an undeclared war. That means conventional warfare and the non-traditional as well as traditional warfare will go on between the countries, but it will not be declared so. However, when it comes to proper formal war, it has to be declared, and in India it is the responsibility of our president to formally declare the war. However, this is not something which is discretionary. This has to be done according to the recommendation of the Union Cabinet headed by the Prime Minister. Until and unless the Union Cabinet gives it in written to the President of India that yes, we have to declare a war, then only the President can declare the war. Now, if I talk about the important articles, let's go through them one by one. First of all, we have Article 53 Clause 2. Article 53 Clause 2 of the Indian Constitution properly suggests that it is the President of India who is the Supreme Commander. The President of India is the Supreme Commander of the three forces, of the three armed forces. Now, this is all on paper because according to the Article 74 of the Indian Constitution, it is the Union Cabinet who will give, or the Council of Ministers who will give an advice to the President, and this advice has to be tendered by the President. Till then, the President cannot go on discretionary grounds. Apart from that, we have to understand that Parliament is not obliged to declare a war. However, they have a role in supervision and funding. Also, if I have to go by a very important amendment, the 44th Amendment. The 44th Amendment suggests that whatever advice is being tendered by the cabinet, it has to be done in written format. If under Article 352, the President has to declare any sort of emergency. It made the advice of the cabinet to be written in nature so that it can be given to the President, and the President then only can declare emergency. So, in our Constitution, there is Article 352, which is the most important because this particular emergency section has been abused earlier as well, and that is why we have to go through a very long process. However, if I talk about the earlier wars with Pakistan, the war of 1948, 71, even 1999, and even today we are going through an informal war. Earlier also we did not declare any sort of war. That is why this can be termed as a war or a quasi war for now. Thank you so much.